Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Thora's second agility session. We missed one in between. So this was his second session. Technically should have been the third session. So here we are practicing stay and come, and this come also means when I call, my hand is pointing towards one direction, but in the midway when he is on the way to reach me, I will immediately shift my hand from one place to another place, which means the dog will also in the midway change his direction from one destination to another destination. Initially I was not able to do this properly, so the trainer kind of helped and showed us how to do it. Thoza was completely distracted. He did not get enough exercise before the class, so he was high in energy. He was really fast, so my speed of changing one hand to another hand, I was not able to match to his speed of the speed that he was using to come to me. See, I was just looking at him and he was already there. So I needed a lot of practice. I was not able to do it in the class. I had to come back home and then practice it with him. He was really high in energy. He was jumping around everyone. He was barely listening to me. Basically a bad dog, bad training day. But we definitely had a lot of fun. So the trainer comes and says that I am too slow and my dog is too fast. So I asked if she can show me how to do it. So she takes over. And there's a really funny thing that happens. Thoza proved that he is a proper retriever. Did you see that? He just went towards the specs that the trainer lost. He literally retrieved it for her, instead of going for the treat that she had in her hand. It was so hilarious. Everyone started laughing. One of our sweet moments that we came back home with. A typical chocolate retriever he was. You can see that Thoza jumped on the trainer, but the trainer did not react to the dog. She turned away. That's exactly what we should be doing if the dog is jumping on us. Instead of saying, "Hey, that was so cute of you." No, that's not what we want him to learn. We just have to turn away. We have to make sure that we are not interested in engaging with you if you jump on me. Look at that. She again turned away if he's trying to kind of jump on her. That's something that we want to teach the dog. That comes handy, especially if we have children around us, even for ourselves, because he's a large dog and I myself have got hitten by him on my head and kind of had a head concussion. But yeah, that's something that we all need to practice, a good practice with a good dog. He was barely interested in me. He was barely interested in the treat. He was very much interested in other dogs, the dog scent, and all the distraction, the things that was happening on the other side of the aisle where the tinier dogs were. It was a very good learning space and environment for us, but we had to come home for the real practice. And the next thing that we are practicing was to walk on a specific board. The yellow color is because dogs see it very evidently. And right now we are trying to teach him to be aware of his body parts. Usually dogs have more sense about where they have their front legs, but they are not very sure of where their hind legs are landing. So this is required in order to later teach him the ladder. This is something that we had taught him in the first session, the ladder. And also this is useful because in the agility in later stages we need the dog to be able to do a plank, a A-frame, seesaw, walk through and things like that. So this is the base work for it. Thoza was doing pretty much good here, just that he was a little distracted with other dog scents. Thoza already knows the keyword target. So right now we are going to teach him to walk through the specific plank and reach the target. The reason is because, as I mentioned earlier, in later stages of the agility there would be A-frames, walkthroughs and seesaws. The dog is supposed to have at least one paw on this part where it is painted yellow in color on the obstacle before the dog can get off the obstacle. For the dog to understand that, the word target, we can rename it as we want, but we calling it target, wherein the dog will reach the yellow area, that is the targeted area, and stay with at least one paw. Make sure at least the dog touches one paw and then get off. The reason being for the safety of the dog and also the game rule. And next come the table, the boring part for any dog, but this is to show off the impulse control in the dog, because the agility is full of running, and in the speed momentum of running, the dog is supposed to get onto the table, control all its impulsiveness and just stay on that table for the count of 5. So the judge would go 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and go. That's when the dog goes. If the dog gets off the table before that, depending on what stage we are running in, what level of agility we are running in and what kind of course we are running in, from points being deducted to disqualifying, anything is possible in the game. So right now we are teaching him and treating him to being on the table rather than getting off the table, because getting off the table is naturally fun, but staying on the table is not fun. Just staying put is not fun. So if he's gonna stay for 5 seconds, then I give him a treat and then get off the table. You can very clearly see how happy he was to jump off the table. And now next comes the go around. This is because we want to teach the dog to go around an obstacle. In nature, dogs are super fast than us. So when we are in the course, if the dog is ahead of us, we want to be ready to be able to send our dog around an obstacle and come back to us. It is kind of difficult to explain in this scenario right here, but if you can see back there are 2 bar jumpers. So there might be course built in such a way that the yellow bar that you can see there can jump, and then instead of jumping over the next bar, the purple colored, there might be a course built in such a way that the dog has to go around it and then jump from this end to that end and again jump back on the yellow and continue the course. At situations like that, sending around, a good send around is very important. So guys, that was second session of Thoza's agility training. Stay tuned, keep watching for more fun videos from Thoza. Bye.